What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me on these analysis. We're going to be looking at SOFI today, running through the chart and looking at a couple indicators. So as you can see here on the weekly, we've been running up dramatically, and we're getting a pullback. Now it looks like we could be getting a double bottom, which is a nice sign. It doesn't have to play out like this, of course, nothing's guaranteed. But this does look pretty good right now to continue up and have something happen like that. So maybe by Friday on the unemployment, if it comes out good or better than expected, maybe that can ignite a rally for SoFi. And then we get that W shape and we push back to this level here. But now we are looking good though, because we were a little bearish when we saw this, because we had this solid close underneath our retest. So what I was saying, I always say two possibilities usually. So I was saying one here, retest and continue down. And then the other one was we catch a little bit of momentum, which it looks like we did, close, retest, and now touch that next level, which we ended up doing. So it ended up being the second scenario. So that's a good sign, but now we pushed back down. We opened underneath this horizontal level of support and resistance, but now it looks like we closed just right at it or slightly above. So that's a positive sign for price to continue moving up higher and maybe retest this level once again. But ultimately, we do want to break this level, get a close, retest, and move up higher. So we want to see something where we get that double bottom, close here, retest, and continue to this next level. On the SMAs, it's playing out perfectly. We got a bounce off the 200-day, pushed up, and we fell underneath the 20, but now we just got a retest of the 200, and it's looking like a bearish sign again. A bullish sign again. So let's see if we get another move like this to the upside, just how we saw here. Off of this 200, the 200-day is usually a very strong indicator. The 200-day typically shows where the trend can continue. So if we get a bounce off of it in a bullish momentum way, we can start rallying seriously. So we're getting this touchback. We haven't seen the 200 in a while. The last time we touched it was October 2024. So let's see what the next move is off of this. But I can definitely see it being a strong move up. But if we do lose the 200-day, then that can be a very bearish sign as well. As you can see, what happened once we lost the 200-day, you can see we kind of just traded sideways and down from that point on from here. On the weekly, we still look good. We lost the 20, which we want to reclaim so we can continue the bullish momentum. But we are still above the 50, and we have it pushed below this wick here. So we don't want to lose that wick or the 50. We want to get that strong bounce back to bullish territory. On the Bollinger Bands, we pushed outside of the band shortly, and we're already back inside. So let's see if we can get that strong move up to the blue band. On the daily, we got our retest of the green band as well, and it looks like it's trying to push towards the blue band, but we do need to get past this horizontal level of support and resistance initially. In terms of volume starting to kick up a little bit. So let's see if it can continue rising as price tries to increase and we get that momentum to the upside. On the weekly, it's kind of been steady, somewhere in the same region that it's always been at. The MACD, we're still bearish. We're pushing down. We're still in bullish territory, but it's a bearish sign. We're underneath the moving average, the orange line. So the blue is pushing downward and we're increasing in volume to the downside on the weekly. On the daily, we still look good, creating higher highs and higher lows. But we are coming to a decision where we're running into this orange moving average. So if we crack underneath it, then we can get a push further down, and then you can see price continue down with it. And you'll see these candles start to flip red. But if we get a bounce off of this orange moving average, then we can get a push to the upside, and then we can see these green candles start to form back up again and get larger. That we see here and here. As you can see, it's already dwindling down, so this can easily just turn red, and we get something like that. We see the red increase, and then price will start to fall because of that. On the RSI, we were looking good. We were creating higher highs and higher lows in a steep way. It was looking very good. Strength was kicking up, and now we lost strength dramatically over the past few trading days. And now we lost the yellow moving average. So probably the next move could be a retest of the yellow line and continue on down further to oversold territory. But we do want to see it close back above the yellow line and push back to bullish territory. And then that would coincide with a nice double bottom. On the weekly, we have our golden zone where we're getting a bounce right off the 0.5 to the 618. That's our golden zone. We're getting a bounce off the 0.618. We already had one touch, and now we're getting pretty close to the second touch. So let's see if we actually touch it, or we don't even get a lower low or an equal double bottom. We get something where this is just slightly a higher low, and we move on up from here. But the golden zone is a strong continuation of whichever trend you pull it in, and this is a bullish pull. So this is indicating a strong move to the upside if we can hold this, and this acts as a trampoline or launch pad to the upside. So as you move up these numbers, the stronger the continuation of the trend is. So if you touch the 236, it shows that the bulls are really in control, not much bearish momentum, a little bit less the 382, and so on. And once you get to the 786 and the 886, you can start thinking that the move is potentially over, or it might take a little bit of time to reset and start the next bull trend up again. But right now, it's still looking very good at the golden zone. We're at the bottom level of the golden zone, the 618. So let's see if we get that push to the upside. On a larger scale, when we pull it further down, you get this golden zone here that was respected prior. We'll draw it out. So you have your 0.5, your 618, and you can see price respected it multiple times, and it acted as a floor here. So it was a ceiling multiple times here, and then a floor here, and now it could potentially be a floor because we're currently at the 0.5 on a larger scale. So let's see if we get that push up and continue the bull trend that SOFI has been having. And when SOFI gets going, it's very hard to stop. As you can see here, you had a massive move. August 5th to November 25th was 177% in about 112 days. So once it gets going, it can really just start ripping to the upside. That's all I have for you guys on SOFI. I'll see you in the next one.